Oh my god. What has he done this time?
Oh, hello!
What in the world are you doing?
Breaking stuff.
So what are we doing today?
Putting the engine in the boat. It's gonna be awesome.
Woohoo! Exciting day.
Yep. So I need to dismantle the framework, or the temporary framework back here. Give the engine a place to sit. Throw some leftover 4x6 beams from the ridiculous frames up in the bow. So I'm gonna cut those for temporary engine mounts. Yep. Just get it put in place for now, and then worry about technical stuff later.
And cutting holes.
Yeah.
Skylight.
Big holes.
Big hole. Got two neighbors of ours. Well, a neighbor who knows another neighbor who's kind enough to let us use him for the day and his boom truck. And hopefully we'll be able to get it up and over and in. And shouldn't actually take too long. And then the engine will be in the boat. She'll be sitting right there. You can kind of see the shack log. And where Garrett's removed some of the bracing.
Removing the bracing.
At least two of them.
No, there'll be 4.
4? Yay!
Well, these 2, that one, and the one I already removed up front. You didn't even notice that one.
No, I did. We've had it gone for a long time. But it's like so tiny up there in the forepeak anyway.
Oh, so it's unsatisfying?
Yeah.
Because it's tiny.
Yeah.
It's not the size that matters, right?
It is. But I want to see the interior. Got it.
Ow.
Kind of.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
What was that?
Why am I so crippled?
It's not super easy to see on camera, but in person it looks so big. Should dance around there. It's gonna be crazy seeing the engine come through that little port up there. Hi, John. How are you doing? Good. Swab, come on, knock it off. That is quite the truck you got there. I'm excited.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get her lifted in there.
We've got a hole cut out there.
Oh, hey, washing her down, huh?
Yeah, I forgot that I wanted to spray a coat of paint on the oil pan on the bottom.
I see. Yeah. Well, that'd be a good idea.
That's alright, I've got spray cans and I'm over the side of your boat.
Mark was here. Who did this?
Yeah.
It was Mark.
And see, I was picturing that like a small truck, or you know, like a large like pickup truck with the boom on it. No. When I saw it coming down the road, I was like, well, that's the boom truck. Yeah. Yeah.
So bring it a little more that way,
Uh-huh.
but then you'll need to tell me back or that way.
Okay.
Explain a little bit.
Yeah, I figure if we could get it down and then we can see where we go from there. Sling it over the frame.
Keep coming down.
Yeah, hold.
Hold.
Tell me when. Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and come down.
Man?
Stop.
That's it.
Nice.
We're good.
Nice. Yay! Holy crap!
Ta-da!
Oh, man.
Cool.
Yay!
It's a huge
Yeah.
feeling of relief
Yeah.
getting that done.
And I think really the only way to do it was cut the hole.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Yeah. It would have been silly to mess around with all that.
Right. Yeah.
It's nice to be back into big changes again.
Yeah.
Like, you know, last summer we poured the ballast, we were
Yeah.
moving the keel all around, and then over the winter it seemed like we weren't doing anything cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
And now it's back to like, you know, putting the engine in the boat,
Right.
finishing planking. Exciting.
Cool. Look at that. What is it? It's 9:40.
40 minutes.
Yeah.
And we're done. How do you feel?
Oh, man. Really excited. There it is. There it is.
Sometimes instead of building boats, I just make shanks. Oop, missing a bolt, boss.
Where? Oh, oops.
There's your problem.
Where is it?
Oh, I don't know.
Where'd you put it, Garrett?
Alright,
Take two.
that's not going in the video.
Whoa! It's a thing.
In a boat.
None of this is useful.
So, the engine. The engine is in the boat.
Yeah.
The engine is red. Susan, this is why we can't videotape us talking. Like, it's awkward. Look at this guy. God.
I built boat.